but you know how they usually have a plaque
Yes.
saying the building was opened on such and such a day, or the plaque was presented by.
Yeah.
On that stone, the prime minister's name. Did you hear the tour guide calling her name?
Yes, but what is interesting, and this is the part that, because I also this is what I did my film on the year of return. I know the names of those enslaved persons. Some person from the U.S. Jamaica was first, Crystal, and then the name of that enslaved person was
Carson,
Crystal,
Samuel Carson.
and the other one was Samuel Carson. You see, we have those names. What was interesting is that we were never told the name of the enslaved person from Barbados, and this is
No.
why I will just say to Mrs. Corbin that when I spoke with the Ministry of Tourism in Ghana, and they were telling me about this, I was laughing to myself because they really believed that it's an actual person, you see. And that this what you're saying, I didn't know what name was inscribed on like the headstone then for Barbados, because I can tell you it will have to be a made up name, because
Yeah.
it's not real. It's they Anyway, let you go ahead.
So that the on the I don't want to say tombstone, on the grave, that inscription, like how you will go into a graveyard, and if you were trying to trace genealogy or such, like that is it's written there. And Marcia, as I was thinking of this, I could understand in 1998, when the significance, when Ghana was celebrating for the first time Emancipation Day. I could understand the getting it back, and connecting. But what was the significance for Barbados? And I did my research. In 2019, Ghana celebrated two major events: the 62nd Independence Day and the Year of Return, Ghana 2019, as you would know. Now, the Year of Return was a major initiative. Listen, Marcia, and the audience, encouraging people of the African diaspora to visit Ghana. It was launched to mark the 400th anniversary of the first recorded enslaved Africans arriving in Virginia, US of A.
Mhm.
The initiative, under the theme "The Year of Return," aimed to celebrate the resilience of the African diaspora and encourage investments in Ghana. Tell me the significance. It was a socio-economic initiative to boost tourism, to boost their economy, and
Yes.
to bring back the peoples who were scattered and who have a connection through descendants with Ghana. And therefore, that was the aim, to go to Ghana, to encourage investment in Ghana. And it was spearheaded by the Ghana Tourism Authority and other
Yeah.
partners.
Correct.
You're following.
Very much so.
What was the significance to go to the length? And as I was researching, Marcia, I heard the song in my head. Anything you can do, I can
Can
do
do it too.
better.
But Mrs. Corbin, you're firing me up tonight because, and it's a reason I asked you. Every other show is being, the unseen hand leading our show. But can I tell you this? Because you probably wouldn't even know the kind of history that Dave and I would have with this issue here. All of this is this what you just said. Anything you can do, I can do it better. That's one of the reasons. And the other one was about it's how everything is done, what's a propaganda and media and blitz, and that was what that was all about, because they knew they had no name for the enslaved person. They knew. They just went down to the burial ground and they went to anywhere and dug up whatever and took it. It was of nobody. However, and I said it on the show the other night, Mrs. Corbin, the people of Ghana, they bought it and they thought that there were remains in that casket. I'm telling you, because I have had to speak to people there. They believed it, Mrs. Corbin. This was for clout. This was so that when she went there, her visit would have been elevated above the other leaders who went. And so she spoke in Parliament when she was there, and didn't. Yeah, but let me just leave that alone. I will leave that alone. Back to you, Mrs. Corbin. Let me not
And,
take up
and,
your
and
time.
so my thing is, what investments have been made? This was an initiative between the Ghana Tourism Authority. What significance? I could see it happening for an emancipation. 1998 emancipation. Everybody's going back to celebrate the liberation of the enslaved and that. But this is so empty. I have found. I have learned it is, and one of the discussions I had, why did you not engage the people of Barbados and say, look, we want to go to support Ghana through their initiative on the year of return. We want to take something significant to, couldn't there be an exchange of gifts? Countries usually exchange gifts. Couldn't they have done a gift, some heraldry which depicts the unbroken link between Barbados and Ghana, get some of our artists to do something that could be put into the same museum, something of significance? Why a burial site to compete with the other two? Couldn't Jamaica represent the region then? Couldn't you say that there's one already from Jamaica and we are all CARICOM brothers and sisters and we celebrate with
Mm,
Jamaica that ancestral tie? But here is a gift from the government of Barbados to the government of Ghana to be placed in your museum. And this represents the creatives in our country. Marcia, I in a bright body and in the Senate and an MP up on the board and a consultant. But I'm a Barbadian who I think often outside of the box. Something now, for years, there will be this ongoing discussion about that third grave burial site in Ghana. And I am closing upon this one, Marcia. Ask Dave, please, to show us that still on the covered coffin casket, whatever it is. And I want to show you something. Um, you notice that there is there. Look at our emblem, the national flag, and what comes beneath it. What comes beneath it, Marcia?
That's the kente cloth.
The colors of associated with Ghana. That is an offense. How can the, I know you are bringing a town hall meeting with due respect. I want to say kudos to the organizers of that town hall meeting. Kudos to the chair and the distinguished committee. I find no fault with their qualifications, their status, their person personality. I treat them as distinguished, educated citizens of Barbados who have the heart of Barbados within their hearts. But don't come to me and ask for my, don't come to the Barbadian public asking what can we do, how can we treat these existing symbols and emblems when you have desecrated it. The prime minister was there. Her at that time, I think he was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable he's now Minister of Health. Um and I call
I
him the
can't remember.
only
Oh, you mean Gemot. Yes, Gemot.
yeah,
Huh?
Walcott.
Walcott.
Yes, the on leave Minister of Health. But at that time, he was the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Yes.
I am sure that they had persons who could have advised and say, no, Madam Prime Minister, we cannot wrap that with the flag. That's desecrating the flag, and that carries a final conviction. Furthermore, Marcia, and to the listeners, and I want my people to research and read. I just don't say, you know, just don't speculate. Let's get to the facts right here on the same government site. They said the flag should not be used, amongst other things, as a receptacle or to cover any statue or monument or monument, and when on display should not be allowed to touch anything beneath it.
Mm,
Where is that piece of material, Marcia? Where is it?
mm.
Isn't it not beneath our flag?
Yeah.
Isn't our flag not touching another piece of material? Number one, it is being abused there and misused because this is not an official ceremonial funeral
Right.
of someone who has died in office, or someone in the police force or the armed forces or whatever, how that flag should be used for ceremonial purposes to cover a casket or a coffin. But furthermore, here is another offense where the flag is touching something else. And
Mm.
there is a fine for that. Somebody in
What
that
is the fine?
delegation.
What is the fine?
The
What is the
fine,
mm,
let me go quickly. The fine, I think, is $1,000 and or 1 year in prison. I think that's it.
Yeah.
The my
Okay,
my
we'll
cell
check it. Don't
phone
don't
is,
worry. I'm sure somebody's gonna double check that for us.
yes, my cell
And
phone
yeah,
is
so you
ticking.
keep going because of time. Yes, because
Right?
we're close to
So
time. Yeah.
Marcia, not that we are this is timely because of this thrust now to get us revisit our symbols and our emblems and the national anthem and all the others. Maybe we'll have a chance to come and look at the other areas. But right here before us, we have some blatant offenses against our national emblem. And not only that, we still need to know what was the significance. And I've been listening to the Prime Minister's um, speeches in Ghana, I've been reading them. And again, it is just a lot of feel good, salutations
Yes.
and greetings and narratives. But it does not go beyond. It does not go beyond the 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 point that that this is a diplomatic um, commingled with cultural um, exchanges and the guise really of promoting um, that that economic linkages between Ghana and Barbados. And I love my African continent. I've had the privilege of visiting as a professional uh, member, the professional organization of the Commonwealth.
Yes, yes. And Rose, just let you know, we have 3 minutes, and
Yes,
I did give you an extra 15 minutes
yes,
because I
please.
interjected. So three
And
minutes we have.
I love my African brothers and sisters. I love them. But when we are doing things with them, let us do it properly and let it not be to the point of trying to create history for yourself.
Uh-huh.
Let history record you as and create your legacy. Tell me why. Have a dialogue with us on what really happened.
Yeah.
What really happened. And so it comes on the heels of within the context of examining and examining and intervening and and trying to, I don't know, change up what exists, but at the same time change things that you seem to be losing. We seem to be losing. Say we as a nation seem to be losing respect for. And so on that note, I close and thank you, Marcia, for allowing. We did not compare notes, but we really came together with that synergy on these matters of interest to us. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Marcia,
and a
and
job
thank
well
you
done.
others.
Job well done. And we must I'm going to in fact I have an interview. I'm being interviewed by someone within the year of return in that committee on Monday, and I'm going to get them to take some pictures, Mrs. Corbin, of the headstones. I think that that is important because I did not see the Barbadian headstone. And if it really does say, when we create headstone, we're talking about the caption on the grave. If it really has the prime minister's name on it, I mean, really, we have to ask why, and why the other names of the other countries, prime ministers or president was not there. It's very, very interesting. But thank you. This is very, very well done. Thank you, Mrs. Corbin. And I hope that you will still be up. I know you're not 100%, but if you could still be up towards the end of the program, we're going about 8:45. We're going to address the issue of Patrick King, and I know you wanted to share some thoughts on that. So feel free to come back in. Just signal to me that you're able to come back in, and I'll be able to put you back in the studio. Okay. Thank you
I
so much.
thank you, Marcia. Thanks,
Yes.
everybody.